Hey ladies, I'm coming to you with a cute little project using my brand new mini cinch that I purchased from Garcia's studio. I will have the link below. So let's go ahead and dive into the cute little project, and then I'm gonna do a project with you. All right, so this right here, I opted to go ahead and use these heavyweight tags. These right here are Frank's tags. Back when he used to do tag classes. So I've had these for a very long time. So I went ahead and used these as the front and back cover. Okay, so you'll see I opted to only do the centers because anytime you're starting to mess with things that are like this, you may not be able to gauge that correctly, and you'll get that last notch that comes right off. So I was like, I kind of like it in the middle just for this purpose. Okay. So this collection right here is Echo Park, and it is Echo Park Walking on Sunshine. Okay, so this was given to all of us on National Scrapbook Day. Frank had a 3-day crop that I participated on one of the days, and he gifted a nice little gift package to every one of us, and this was in there because normally I would not gravitate to buy a collection like this. So I was like, well, let me do this project really quick last night. So I just whipped it up really quick. And then, because can you imagine using your good stuff and then what's in your mind doesn't pan out, which happens all the time. So I chose to do this using this collection. And then I have these 3-roll flowers that I made a while ago. And I just hung them to the end of the baker's twine. And then in the back, I just put these gems to cover where I glued the baker's twine to the back of the flower. So you'll see they're on the back of all of them. Okay, and then they're just hanging from the edges. I thought that was cute. So I just tied it on the top and then just left it loose. Okay, then this right here, it's only using the stickers that came in that collection pack. This is the cut apart in that collection pack, and these are stickers. This is a sticker as well. So I will have the link to his clearance stuff. I don't know if he still has these, and it's probably in that clearance section, but I will have it linked below. All right, so on the inside, what I did is I cut 6 110-pound cardstock that I got from Michael's, and I just punched the same. I traced this on each one of the tags, and then I cut it out by hand. Okay, and I made these little envelopes. These right here, let's move this to the side. This right here is 3 by 3.5 inches on your envelope punch board. It's the 3 by 3.5 because I wanted the envelopes to be long as opposed to square. And you'll see that on the envelope, I opened it on the opposite side. Normally you would open it this way. So I did it on the side portion because I wanted it this way. Okay, it's not adhered to the page. I have them all clipped on. You'll see right here. They're all clipped on by these little sandal paper clips that I got from Tuesday Morning a while ago. So, and then I punched these little flowers out. I wanted to keep everything flat. I couldn't add little gems and all that because it's already got some chunk to it just by adding those. So I did the same thing, and all I did was, this is red, yellow inside, yellow, red inside. And none of them are adhered, different colored clips. So you can stick like ephemera in there, a super flat embellishment with nothing that, I mean, when I say flat, and then that's it. So I just did this to house different things on it, or inside of it. I could have adhered these as opposed to take them out, but I just quickly did this. Like I said, I just wanted to throw a little project together so you guys can see to use this little mini cinch for this guy right here. So let's go ahead and dive in to this little bad boy right here. Can we please just talk about the cuteness of this guy? So I was on the fence to get this because I already have the big one, and the big one does everything that this does. It's, if this one is more limited, but it's perfect for small projects. So this, as far as length, is 7.5 inches long. And then it is 6 inches wide, and it's only 6 inches wide because you have the little coil thingy that's right here. So 7.5 by 6, this is literally half the size of a regular size cinch. Extremely lightweight. It's not heavy at all. Okay, so this is how it looks up close. This is a little guide. You take this out and it goes in here, which I will show you in a minute. This right here is a little notch holder. And this is when you need to make your punches, you need to add more than what it normally gives you, which you can only do 6 punches at a time, okay? And they are square punches. And so this is kind of like that punch where you keep pulling it out, add more holes to your project. This right here is the part that smashes your coils. This is where you start adding you put your coil rings on here, like this. And it sits here, and then you start adding your layers. So it's kind of like it helps you. I don't use this, I never do, I just do it by hand. So, but that's what that's for, okay? And I love that We Are Memory Keeper is doing all of their stuff in this really pretty blue. So you'll see right here, this is what holds this bad boy down, okay? You push down, and then this comes off. You will see there's a little indentation right here. That's on there on purpose. So don't think that there's something wrong with it or you got something defected. It has to be like that in order for this to hold it down. Okay, then it lifts up. Here you have all your measurements, which I love. And these are square punches. And does not matter if you have square or circle to use the cinch rings, okay? This right here is your guide. This guide right here means that, here, let's take this little thing out here. Okay, so you have your, put it in here, you see where it says A. So you come to here where it says A. That means if you're punching something that's 4 by 4, that's whole. 5 by 5, 3 by 3, that's whole numbers. Now, if you're doing something that's 3.5 inches, 4.5 inches, 5.5 inches, you would use A for your guide, okay? If you're using something, your B, and you're doing something that's 3.25 inches, and that's what you would need, 3 1/8, 3 5/8 inch, this is where you would put it to the B one. So you would take this out, and you would put it to the B, okay? Then if you're doing something that is 3 3/8 of an inch, 3 7/8 of an inch, then you put it to the C. Now you only put this guide in for your first punch, okay? Then you take it out, and then you'll start using this guide right here. I'm gonna show a project with you that's 4 by 4 inches, okay? So we're gonna keep it in the hole slot right there. And that's how we do that. Now this right here, this does not mean that you have to do something that's 4 by 4. The side that you want to punch on, that's the measurement you focus on, not the opposite side. So if you have something that's, you know, 4 inches by 4 7/8 of an inch, are you going to use the 4 7/8 of an inch to punch, or are you going to use the 4 inch to punch? So that's what matters. Only the side you're punching. So if I was going to do it, I would punch it with the 4 inch side, right? So this right here is what I would use. This doesn't matter because you're not punching the other side of your project, just the one. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this right here. This this was something I made for a class that I taught at Frank's. I did a journal class, but this was an extra that I gave to the ladies so that they could do on their own. We're gonna make this. So all it is a notepad holder or sticky note holder for sticky notes, okay? Something super fast, super easy, perfect for teachers' gifts or office gifts to your coworkers. So this one I had already previously made, but we're gonna make something on our own. So I've decided to use 4 by 4. I've already adhered this paper on here. This paper is an old Michaels 8.5 by 11 pack. There was a bunch of different mixtures and it was by Recollections. I've had it for years. Both of them are from that pack. I use glitter glue to adhere paper onto chipboard because you do not get any bubbling with this glue, which I do love. Okay, so again, these are 4 by 4 inches. Now let me explain something to you also. When you're doing something and you're starting it off in squares, and let's say you want to round the corners, because I tend to like to round corners, right? Well, let me show you what happens when you do that prematurely. Now, because I rounded it before I punched the squares, look at what it did. It fell off right off the side. So you'll see right here, Now it looks incomplete. Now that doesn't look good to me. It's completely up to you if you're okay with that. But now I know I cannot round these corners because then it takes off some of the side that I need for the coils. So note to self, don't prematurely round your corners because this is video number 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. This is a medium weight chipboard. So this one right here, because it's medium weight, you have to, you got to put a little push into it, but this bad boy, he punches right through it. So you're going to push this all the way to the guide, and you're going to push it all the way to the back. Okay. All the way to the back. I have it on A because this is in whole numbers. It's a 4-inch side. Now I have a glass table, so if you see anything shaking, it's because I'm pushing harder than I normally would just to do individuals. Okay. And then you have your first set of punches, okay? You take out your guide because we only needed it for the first one. Because I need a couple more here, you are going to do this hole. You would naturally want to put the peg in this one because it's the last one, but you don't do it with the cinch. You put it in your second hole, okay? So you'll see that little notch right there needs to go inside that second one. And it's hollow right there, so you'll be able to see right through the square that is where you need to push down. So it's hollow in there, okay? So let's go ahead and push the peg down, okay? And once you push it in, it doesn't come out at all. Okay, you just want to make sure though that it's to the back because sometimes, it can be a little angled like this, and it'll ruin your whole thing. So you got to make sure it's flush to the back. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Lift up the notch. Okay, and then there's all of the punches. My book is gonna flip like this. Okay. Here is the back one. So if you have something that's directional, you want to make sure, you don't do this way and it comes out this way. So this way is going up. We're going to put the guide back in slot A because this page is also 4x4. Okay, I'm going to push down. Like I said, you have to put a little bit of elbow grease in it, guys, when you're using a heavy weight like this. Well, it's medium, but it's like a medium heavy. So there's no way to get around that one. We're gonna get this one right here. We're gonna put it inside where it's hollow, push the notch down. Okay, and then you can feel when it's all the way down because it's not gonna come out. Make sure it's flush to the back. We're gonna push again, push up the notch, and now all of them are done, okay? If you're cutting like 1 or 2 pieces or anything like that, you can do it with 2 fingers, push this down. It's because I'm using it's pretty heavy, you know what I'm saying? So you will have to put, a little elbow grease in it, guys. So for right here, this is how we're gonna do this. Here's my coils, right? And what you do is you see how many you're going to need. Okay, so I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coils. Now you are going to go to don't use this tool. I'm only using it because I can't find my other ones because these are not meant to do something like this. It messes them up, but these are my bad ones. So you go to the ones that look like these little U's, and that's how you know I need to cut on the half side right here. Okay, let's go over a little bit more. So this is where we cut. And that's how we do this one. Okay, so now these are perfect, ready to go. So let's go ahead and put this guide back so I don't lose it because I'm totally gonna need it. Okay. Now, when you do a cinch, whether it's small cinch or big cinch, you always start with your back page first. Both of mine are the same either way, okay? But it doesn't matter. So we're gonna put, this is the top. This is the cover of my project. This right here is the back cover. So when you're doing it, you put it together how you want it to look on both sides, right? Then you get it and you're like, okay, back, flip it all the way around this way. Okay, so that when you put your coils through, and it punches, this right here is going to go all the way to the back. You want these to be inside, not outside. So you always put your back cover inside out. And it's always the most complicated part I had to learn to use the cinch. Front cover stays the right way. Back cover, because I want it this way, I'm going to just go ahead and turn it around to where the inside of the back cover is here. I don't have anything to layer in here because this is going to be a sticky note, so I don't have to worry about the inside pieces. Then you get your, and you put it back here. Now, when you put this flush, you want to make sure that your coils are like this, okay? You don't want your coils to be angled because then you're not going to get a good circle out of it. So you want to really make sure that it's flush to the back, okay? And you can only use 5/8 inch rings for this machine. You cannot use 1/2 inch, 1 inch. It's only for 5/8 of an inch ring, okay? So it's meant for small projects, guys, okay? So stick that to the back, push it, and I always like to push down a little at a time just to make sure, if in case I'm messing it up and I'm like getting it like a little wonky, I can catch it in advance. So I'm doing this on camera is not the easiest, okay? Because in the regular cinch, you have different measurements, pressures that you need based on the rings. So on this one, it's one pressure, okay? So almost. Okay, let's get this up here a little bit. All right. Okay, so these are closed. Now this right here, they stick out. Normally what I do with these, and I don't have them with me, is I will get these and I will round them in with my jewelry pliers. But you'll see now that when you close it, now it's just the rings that are out here. It's not this. You don't want to see this on the outside. That should always be on the inside. In fact, let's do this. I don't have them with me, but I can sure cut these edges off because that is truly driving me nuts. Okay. Yeah, much better. I could delay it. Okay. And then that's that, right? So now I can stick this sticky pad that's Post-it note. I only use Post-it note brand. I don't like using generic brands because they just never last. And these I got from like the dollar store like a very long time ago, but they sell Post-it brand in there. You just got to get them when they have the cute ones. Okay. So, and I used 2. These are 2 of them. It didn't come this thick. I had to put 2 together, but I wanted it to be like this and not super thin. So you'll see right here, I used just 1. So you see the difference in thickness. So this one just looks beefier, but that's super easy. And that's so fun and really super duper. You can get that out really quick. This is what I'm going to use for the inside. It's an embellishment I made a very long time ago. And this is what I'll use on top. And it says Joy in the middle, and it's a shaker. Tuesday Morning had these little kits to put these together. So that's what this is from. But that's it. That's it. It's so stinking easy, guys. I really love this machine right here. I'm glad that went ahead and just got that. And I'm going to go ahead and just glue this on. And I will have, it's $79.99 for the machine. Frank is having a coupon code for this mini cinch only, not for the big one, not for any We Are Memory Keeper, anything else. It's only for the mini cinch. The code is going to be below, and it's mini 20, and it's $20 off the price of that. So you will be paying $59.99 for the actual machine, which is a deal, okay? And you cannot combine any codes. You cannot use my code with it. You can only use the 20 off. Now, because you're at $59.99, he has free shipping $75. So if you were just to go buy a paper pad, get some embellishments or whatever, and bring it to the $75 mark, then he can ship this to you for free. If you do not spend the $75, then you're gonna get charged the shipping, you know? So, and if you're okay with that, then that's perfect. But I just wanted to let you know, I will have the code MINI20, which is $20 off, not 20%, $20. And it's off of this mini cinch only. So it's not $20 off your total order. It's just $20 off of the mini. Okay, so see how stinking cute, guys? I absolutely love, how cute is that? It's ready to go, and you add a dangle or some whatever that you want to hang from the coils, but it's really easy. I absolutely loved using it. I played with it for a while because there's only one, because it's so brand new, there's only one tutorial showing you briefly how to do it. So I had to play with it and mess up some paper just to get a feel of what I was doing. I did make a lot of mistakes, guys, prior to this video. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And, you know, if you want something that's, you know, tiny but mighty, please give this bad boy a shot. So stinking cute. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing and blessed Friday and the remaining of your weekend. And if I don't see you guys, happy Mother's Day to every single one of you guys. And for those of you that are not mommies and you're maybe fur baby mommies, you still count. So have an amazing weekend with your family and your children, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.